Hello, new friends. Welcome back to your safe place. Let's get started with today's story, which is my girlfriend hit me and it finally woke me up. My girlfriend hit me this weekend and then told me it was because when we argue, as a larger man, she is instinctually scared of me. We went to a college football game at the university I attend and we were drinking at the game. I had a great weekend so far. On Saturday night, we go to a dive bar, and as you do in a bar, we got drunk. Things started to take a turn when I noticed this guy is hitting on my girl heavily and in close proximity, much longer than I'm really comfortable with, as they go about whispering in one another's ears. At this point, while I'm not demanding anything, I tell her that it's making me feel uncomfortable, to which she retorts that it's fine, and she's getting close and whispering into the guy's ear because it's loud in the bar. I tell her that's fine, but it's gone on for a while and it's making me feel really uncomfortable, to which when my friend gets my attention, she just walks right back over to the guy and continues as if nothing had been said. At that point, I got pissed off because I felt disrespected, so instead of being a jerk about it, I just walk out of the bar to get some air. At this point, she comes out of the bar and starts screaming her head off at me, saying such things as I'm a weak, jealous little man and she wouldn't tolerate it. I'm just trying to write off the bad behavior to the booze, but after she's done screaming at me, she runs into the parking lot across the street and starts bawling her eyes out. I follow her because 1, it's night and dark outside, and 2, it's a secluded spot and I don't want her to get hurt or some other nefariousness to happen. The moment I step into the parking lot, she rushes me and punches me hard about 8 times, 1 in the face and 7 in the chest, and I'm just kinda stunned. She quits once I start blocking shots and calls her sister, saying she feels scared with me there. She outright refused to go back to the Airbnb and demanded I get her a hotel room, an expensive one at that, about $350, because she no longer feels safe with me because I was such a jealous person and started a fight with her outside of the bar. Next morning rolls around and she doesn't speak to me for a few hours, but when she does, it's spouting toxic stuff. Again, calling me a pathetic, weak little man, and telling me I have serious mental problems related to my jealousy that she would not tolerate, and I needed professional help. At this point, I just started tuning it out because of the horrific, unspeakable stuff she was saying, topped off with I should be on my hands and knees begging for her not to kick me to the curb. I tried bringing up the physical attack from last night, and she refuses to talk about hitting me and saying those unspeakable things ever again because she apologized. And not that I ever heard an apology in this hours-long ranting, but it's done. She spends a further hour, seriously, I did time it, saying how I can't bring up things that happened while she was drunk anymore, or things that were in the past, which were my fault anyway because I started a fight while drunk. She then takes another hour trying to somehow explain that none of what she did matters because I'm a man and historically men have hurt women, and she gets scared when I get angry and will not tolerate feeling scared anymore. I may have raised my voice a time or two in our relationship, but that's kind of what happens in arguments. For the most part, I walk away before things get too heated, and we talk again when things cool down. Never have I used physical violence or threats, so I have no clue where she's getting that from, to which even she agreed I've never done anything aggressive. So she tries to spin it by saying, you look at me like you hate me, that she doesn't recognize me, and that scares her. Finally, we get to the point where it's now nighttime, having spent the entire day going through some sort of manic episode, and she starts to demand I apologize for everything. At that point, I broke up with her, grabbed my suitcase, and left the Airbnb. Luckily, we didn't live together or anything else, so the breakup wasn't terrible, aside from having to change my phone number because of how many times she would call or text. I would have never expected her to be the abusive type of partner, but I'm almost glad she did it because at least I found out sooner rather than later. Alrighty, new friends, that brings us to the end of OP's story. Unfortunately, they used a throwaway account and deleted it along with their post, but I had gotten permission in DMs before they did that. As for OP's tale, at least in the end it wasn't that difficult to remove the now ex-girlfriend out of his life, and hopefully he never gave her another shot because holy crap, that woman's out of her fucking mind. But I've got 2 more videos in the pipeline, they'll be out soon, so until then, hit that like button and subscribe to make this your safe place, and I will see you in the next one.